It is now 22 minutes before the hour. During the last several years, the idea of hands-on science has virtually exploded. At museums and exhibits across the country, students as well as adults can learn about life's mysteries by stepping off the sidelines and actually in to the scientific exhibits. Our science editor, Michael Gillen, recently had a chance to visit with the man who is the driving force behind this trend.
Edwin Schlossberg is something of a modern-day Renaissance man. Scientist, an artist, a poet, an author. But most of all, he's in the business of reinventing museums, changing them from stuffy storehouses to interactive fun houses. High-spirited havens of hands-on learning, like the Brooklyn Children's Museum in New York, where kids actually get their hands wet learning about water. Or Atlanta's Fernbank Museum, where kids learn about the birds, the bees, and Mother Nature.
Buzz the bee over to that big orange flower.
The idea of creating an environment which can teach you things as well as allow you to learn more about yourself and other people seems to me to be a really worthwhile thing to do.
Schlossberg is also making television more interactive, creating this show, Tintin Searches for His Dog Snowy, with help phoned in by young viewers. And this show.
And this is UDU, the interactive lab that connects kids to kids all over the world.
Which is programmed not by some producer in Hollywood or New York, but by the viewers themselves, kids who phone in or email their very own story ideas.
Oh boy, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Sony's Wonder Technology Lab in New York City is Ed's latest interactive extravaganza.
Well, the first thing you do is swipe your cards right through there.
After introducing yourself to the Wonder Lab, it lures you inside with your own face and voice, which keep popping up in the exhibits as you go along. If you're not happy with your face, well, this exhibit lets you change it around. This exhibit, a true-to-life sound studio, lets you pretend you're an engineer recording Celine Dion's latest song.
Engineer 3, get ready for disclaimers on track 11. 3, 2, 1.
And this exhibit, a video production studio, lets you experience the all-important group effort that goes into making a hit television show.
Technology shouldn't be thought of as an object, but more as a means through which we communicate to one another. And the more people we can communicate with, the more interesting it becomes.
Group effort is absolutely essential to Ed Schlossberg, quick to credit his own diverse group of some 40 employees, which includes architects, engineers, and all kinds of designers. Group effort is also at the heart of Ed's bigger-than-life dream scheme.
In 1971, I came up with this idea that I wanted to make a 36-times scale model of the human body as a giant pinball game.
Each player would control a different part of the body, but altogether, playing as a group, they could make the 300-foot-long human figure come to life. Unfortunately, Ed has yet to find any sponsor for his gigantic pet project.
But we did do a subset of it, a small piece of it, in a way, at the Henry Ford Museum. We did this Innovation Station, which is a 35-player game, which is a closed system that people play together to learn how to work together.
Ed Schlossberg's work is unique because he uses the bells and whistles of technology for a higher social purpose. His interactive playgrounds are meant to educate, to expand people's horizons, but ultimately he says they're meant to shrink their world, to make it a more familiar and harmonious place to live.
There are 238,000 more people on Earth every day, so it is our job to figure out how to interact, learn from a lot of other people all the time.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Chef Wolfgang Puck is going to interact with herbs as we continue our series, Herbal Renewal, when Good Morning America continues here on ABC.